Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Y'all, let's do some super fun paper crafting. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by. Welcome to all of my new subscribers, and thank you to everyone who supports me in any way. Whether you are watching my videos, buying me a cup of coffee, or you are a member of my monthly members group, you are helping me to keep my channel running. So thank you so very, very much. Today we are going to do some really fun Christmas crafting. We are going to take some non-traditional Christmas papers and make a Christmas card. And we're going to make a box without using glue or tape to put that box together. Now, this project is being made with a theme for Christmas, but as always with most crafts that I do, it's transferable to any season, any reason, any gender. So here is my cute and sweet Christmas box. I'll give you a closer look once we go over the supplies, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here is a closer look at today's fabulous project. I decorated the outside of the box using a Christmas theme. I'm using this beautiful red foiled dotted Christmas paper that I got from Hobby Lobby last year. Now when we open it, I have a sweet little Santa Claus right here because he is hiding the magnet that I'm going to use as the closure for this. And so I'm going to pull out what I have, and I'm going to show you the back of my paper first because this is just a black and white misshapen polka dot paper that is a part of the Classic Chic collection by Park Lane Papery. And if you are looking for this, I got my paper at Tuesday morning. But if you're looking for this, the SKU is 655-222-44459-2. And it's called Classic Chic by Park Lane. And I like it because it has just a bunch of black and whites and golds. But I thought that this would work very well as a way to show how we can use what we normally wouldn't consider Christmas paper to make Christmas cards. So that's what I've done here. And it's all in how I chose to decorate the front. I think this is a really sweet Christmas card. And when you open it, this is what I did to the inside. And then this one says Walking in a Winter Wonderland. I put a red mat behind it with some gold in it and added a couple of candy canes. And then on the inside, here is what we have. Super simple to make. We're also going to make an envelope so that you'll have the envelope measurements for this particular card if you want to make it. And again, I pulled a piece from the Classic Chic collection and I added a Merry Christmas sticker to the front to give it that festive holiday look. So we don't always have to go with the colors that are considered traditional Christmas. Yes, I stuck with the red for the box, but it all ties in because I've got my red, black, green, white. It's all there, but my bases are not traditional Christmas. So we're going to do some non-traditional Christmas crafting today, and then we're going to make this box without using any adhesive to construct it and put it together. The only time that we will use any adhesive is to attach the magnets, but to actually construct this box, we are not going to be using adhesive. So when finished, the box is 7 by 4 by 1. And so here is what we're going to need to make it. This will be a non-chipboard project, but I will be using a heavyweight cardstock for the box. So we're going to have 8 mats that measure 2 7/8 by 5 7/8. We have the envelope pieces, and we'll need 4 of those that measure 8 by 12. We need 1 piece for the box, and it measures 9 by 12. And this is a nice heavyweight cardstock. And for the cards, I'm using a piece of that Classic Chic, and it is 12 by 12. and we're going to cut it down. So we're going to go ahead and make a card together. Then we'll focus on making that box as well. So in this card box, I am including 4 cards. We're going to take that 12 by 12. We're going to cut at 6, and then we'll have 2 pieces of 6 by 12. We're going to cut both of these pieces into 6 by 6 inch pieces, and we will end up with 4 cards that start out as 6 by 6. And so now I'll bring in my stylus. I'm going to take one of my cards and score it at 3. Now you would score all 4 of your cards at 3, but I'm only making 1 card for demonstration purposes, but score all 4 at 3. So then once we have folded and burnished the card, we are going to have a 3 by 6 card that is perfect for giving. Now this card is not mailable because it does not meet the standards here in the U.S. for mailing in the USPS, but that doesn't stop you from handing this card off to someone, including it inside of a gift, even tucking a gift card inside. So then we're going to take 2 of the 2 7/8 by 5 7/8 inch mats, and we're going to attach those to the inside. And I'm actually adding these mats because my paper is a little bit thin and I just want to firm it up a little bit. So I'm going to use my double stick tape, and then I'll place it down right there at the fold line. And I'll do the other one. Adding double stick tape. And I'll place this one down by trying to match it to the first one. So now I have a really nice, sturdy little card for us to start working with. So what I'm going to do is, a lot of you know that I buy the Anna Griffin card making kits, not to make cards, but to use the embellishments in those cards. But there are some really cute card bases included, so I'm going to work that into this project. So I went to my handy dandy sticker binder and I removed this sticker page because this is the one that I want to work with. It's Home for Christmas and it is by Cartabella. If you're looking for this, the SKU is 93888055150. I want the Merry Christmas sticker for this. So I am going to take this and I'm going to place it on my little mat here. And then I'm just going to use my scissors to cut straight up to remove this. I could place it in my trimmer, but I can also cut it out with my scissors and try to get it straight. We're handcrafting, so we're never going for perfection. We are just going to do our best and get as close to perfection as we possibly can. So now I have this piece and I want to place it down this way. So the orientation of this card is going to be like this. So I'm going to take this piece and I am going to mount some tape to the back. You could even put a pop dot on the back if you want to elevate it a little bit. But I think I'm just going to do it like this, and I'm going to keep this front very, very simple. But when you look at this, you know that this is a Christmas card. Even though you now have this black and white background, it is just a very simple and elegant Christmas card. So I'm going to open the inside, and I want to put some type of a message here at the top. So I'm going to take part of that border sticker, and we're going to place that border sticker right here in the middle. And guys, I apologize if you can hear some outside noises. There is a lot of work being done around me. The parking lot is being paved and some trees are being cut down. So you might hear some construction taking place. So I'm just going to put this back on my sticker sheet because of course I want to save it. Then I'm going to find a nice little saying for right here at the top. And I want a greeting so that when you open this, you'll have a nice little Christmas message. So I am going to take the one that says Christmas cheer, and we're going to put it right there. So now when we open our card, when you open it like this, this is the message that you're going to get. Then I'm going to take just a little something here at the bottom, pop it up, give it some color, so that when you write your message here at the bottom, you will have something really cute going on. So here at the bottom, I have these bells, and I'm going to put them right there. And I think that this is just a very sweet and simple way to say Merry Christmas. Nice little card. You can make 4 of these from one 12 by 12 piece of cardstock or scrapbook paper, whatever it is you want to use. So I'm not giving mat sizes for this because it'll all depend on what size you're using here. So a good rule of thumb is whatever this size is, add 1/4 of an inch to your border, and that way you'll have a nice prominent border on a card like this. And so now we're going to make one of the envelopes, and these will be the measurements that you'll need to make all 4 of your envelopes. So again, you're going to need 4 pieces that measure 8.5 by 12, and on the 8.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1, rotate it to the opposite 8.5 inch side, and we'll score at 1. Rotate it to the 12 inch side, and we're going to score at 3.5 and at 7 1/8. And then I'm actually going to trim this because I should have trimmed it earlier. So I actually trimmed this to 9 1/4 by 8.5. So if you're starting with a piece that is 9 1/4 by 8.5 on the 9 1/4 inch side, you're going to score at 3.5 and at 7 1/8. And then on the 8.5 inch side, score at 1. Rotate it to the opposite 8.5 inch side, score at 1. And now we're going to fold and burnish our envelope. Super easy peasy. And so now that we have everything folded and burnished, what we're going to do is wherever the scores intersect, we're going to cut in this way and this way. So I'm going to go up to that intersection and angle in. I'll angle in here. We'll do it on all 4 sides. So go to that intersection and angle in, angle here, angle here, here, angle, and angle. And so once you've done all of that angling, your envelope is going to look like this. We'll fold in those sides. We're going to take our tape or glue, whichever one you want to use, and we're going to place it on the widest part of the envelope. Then I'll place a little bit right here. Now when we fold this up, we have a completed envelope. When you're ready to seal it, you can either use your tape runner, your repositionable tape, or you can use some sticky tear tape and just place it down. But now we have a sweet little envelope for this card. And so I'm going to take this message that says filled with joy, place it down right there. And now we have an envelope and a card. We're going to take the card and put it in the envelope. You see that it fits, and we're ready to hand this off to someone. Let's go ahead and make the box for these. So to make our box, we're starting with the piece that measures 9 by 12. On the 9 inch side, score at 1. Rotate to the opposite 9 inch side and score at 1. On the 12 inch side, score at 4. 5, 9, and 10. And then all we need to do is fold and burnish all of our scores. And like I said earlier, I am using a thick, heavyweight cardstock. So this makes a great box that doesn't need to be reinforced, but you do have to do hard burnishing to it because it is so thick. And maybe you can tell how thick it is from how I'm folding it. So once you have folded and burnished the scores, this part here is the bottom. Where you have this part that folds like that, that's your top flap. So here at the bottom, we are going to go up to the score mark and drag out. And then I'll angle just a little bit. And then I'll do the same thing on the opposite end. So I'm just going up to that score mark, dragging and angling. Go up to the score mark, free the tab, and then angle the tab. Okay, so I need to change my finger blade. And a lot of you have asked how to change the blade and how often do I change the blade. I change my blade maybe once a month. If I'm cutting through chipboard, maybe more often than that. But if it's just paper that I'm cutting, maybe once a month. So all you do is you twist the barrel to the right and you free up the blade. And I'm going to go ahead and toss that blade. And then I am just going to twist my barrel a little bit more because that's going to make it easier for me to insert the replacement blade. Now these blades are listed in my description box. So when we put the blade in, we're going to be putting the blade inside of this crisscross here. So I'm just going to unscrew that to loosen it just a little bit. And then when I put the blade in, it should slide in to the point where you cannot see that little opening there. So you can see here, that opening is now down inside of that drum there. So all I need to do now is screw it back to the left and tighten it, and I have a fresh blade. So now I'm going to take my fresh blade. I'm going to rotate this so it's facing me. I'll go up to the second score mark, and I'm going to drag straight down. And a fresh blade makes all the difference. And I'll go over to the other side, go to that second score mark, and drag straight down. Then I'm going to reduce this in size, and I'll reduce this side in size, and I will angle this just a little bit. And so now we have our piece like this. I'm going to go ahead and just round my ends a little on that top flap. Now, if you have a corner rounder, that's perfect for this. But if you don't, all you need to do is take your scissors and just do a little rounding. Okay, so now that we have our box, this is how we're going to put it together. Let's go ahead, bring those up. We'll take this piece and bring it up, and then we'll take this piece and fold it back like this. Now, how are we going to put this together without using glue or tape? We are going to use a technique that I use a lot. If you have watched some of my older videos, I love to make my boxes by putting them together using my mini brads. So that's what we're going to use in place of glue and tape. So let's go ahead, fold that in, bring the back up, and get our box shape. Then once you have your box shape, all you need to do is hold it, and I'm going to take my piercer and just pierce through. And I can see here where the piercing was. And then holding this, I'll pierce through that little tab on the inside. And now I'll hold the top and pierce again, because I want 2 brads on each side. So now I'm going to come over to this side and do the same thing. So I'll just hold my box, get my paper pierced. I know where my hole is, so I'll pierce through that hole. Now I can take this piece, bring it up, and I will pierce through that. And now we can pierce the top. And this will be a nice, cute way of putting a box together without using glue or tape. It's going to add a nice little embellishment to it. So now I'm just going to take my brad, put it in, open it, and then I'll take my brad for the bottom, put my finger in so I can push it through. And hopefully you're able to see that it is going through that inside tab. I'll just take my long fingers, go on the inside, and flatten that brad out. If you have shorter fingers, then just take your bone folder, go on the inside, and flatten it out. All right, so then we're going to take our brad on the other side, put it through, and open it. And then we'll put our brad here in the bottom, making sure we go through that inside tab. And now I can take my finger, go in and open that brad. And like I said, if you have shorter fingers, then you can use your bone folder, or you can use a ruler. You can go on the inside and just open it with something that's nice, long, and flat. Even a butter knife will do. So now we have our box made, and don't you think the little brads on the side really add some cuteness to this? So now we're going to take our magnet, and we're going to put a magnetic closure on the box. What size magnet you choose to use is completely up to you. So I am just going to add a little bit of glue. You can use a glue dot, and I'm going to take it and just place it on the inside. Hopefully you guys can see that magnet positioned right there. And so now when I fold over, this is what my top is going to look like. I'm going to take my second magnet, have it find the first one, add some glue, fold over the top, getting it in position, and I'll tap it so that I can get that glue to transfer there, and that way I'll know exactly where I need to place the magnet. I'm just going to cover it with a sticker because those are some strong magnets, so I don't want them being pulled away. My sticker might be a little bit old, so I'm adding some glue to the back, and I'll just press it down. And I'm just going to make sure that it's stuck. And while that's drying, we're going to go ahead and make the nice little decorative topper that will sit on the outside of our box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sticker that says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. It's a 3-part sticker, so I am going to try to peel it all off at the same time because I want to use all of it. So then I'm just going to place it down to give it a chipboard back. And I'm going to take all of these pieces. I thought it was a 3-part sticker, but it's actually a multi-part sticker. So there's about 5 parts to this. So I'm just going to stick these down. Sorry, I was out of frame there for a minute. Let's get these stuck. Put this one down. And then I'll put my message down. And this is what I want to use as the topper for this. So I'm just going to cut this out. And because it already has a nice border on it, I really don't need to mount it to any other paper. And so now that I have it cut out, I think I am just going to put down some red paper on the back just to sort of match it. So I'm just going to add some tape from my snail tape runner. And we're going to place this down like that. And now I can trim away my excess. So I'm just using my scrap to cover the back. Again, I was out of frame, and I do apologize. Sometimes I'm not even aware when it happens until I look at my monitor. So hopefully you didn't miss much. So I'll go ahead and close it so that that magnet can catch. What I want to do is I am going to take a little bit of sticker border, and I'm going to place that sticker border right here. Now I'm using a red on red, which I think is going to be fine. I'll take my scissors and trim. And now I can take this piece and I'll glue it down. So I'm going to add some glue to this. Again, this is not part of the construction of the box, so it is a no glue constructed box. And I'll put it right there. We'll let that dry. And now we have an awesome Christmas box for these cards that we will make. So I'm going to take the card that we made, put it in the box. It's already in the envelope. And we'll close it. And now you see we have this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous Christmas box that holds non-traditional looking Christmas cards. I am going to bring in the first two cards that I made so that you can see just how cute these are and how easy they are. I'll also bring in the box for those so that you can get a look at that as well. And I'll open this and take this card out so that I can show you how we can do different orientations. So we're doing it landscape here, portrait here. And the insides are just oh so stinking cute. We made our box without using any adhesive. So guys, I hope that you have liked this project. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.